All right, and we are recording. This is going to be MantequillaSoft meeting number two, Hangout number two. And the purpose of these recordings of these little hangouts is more or less to let people know what we are working on and improve, I guess you could say, communication skills between developers and users of the platforms of the apps of the Hive ecosystem. Does that mean that we're only going to do Hive stuff? I don't know. Maybe yeah. For now, in the future it could be other things.
Mhm.
There's only going to be three of us for now. Hopefully, in the middle of this hangout, Queso Link's going to show up. I think he has some really awesome updates to share with everybody. Um, and yeah, so if you haven't seen the first video, I think the audio wasn't that great, but it's going to be also linked somewhere in this post, so you can check it out. And of course, Eddie is going to be making a very long summary of everything we discuss and everything that we are working on. So yeah. Oh, who wants to get started? Do you want to get started, Eddie, of what you've been doing this week, or?
Well, yes, I can start. This week, uh, I was working. I work a little bit on the landing page of MantequillaSoft. I added the more members to the team, and that's something that I did. Also, I think a little bit bigger. I redid the Snappy landing page
Yeah,
because
outdated.
it was outdated, and I added all the links. I had a lot of feedback, especially from your wife, Meno. Yeah, I love the feedback that she gave me, and also a lot of help from you to get the feed right, because I tried it on my own, and I think I didn't prompt it right, and I because I want to tell how the flow was. I was using v0.app, which is like a website builder with AI from Vercel,
Yeah.
and you can connect your GitHub your GitHub repos or connect it to GitHub. I did almost all of that, almost all of the page there, and then I downloaded the the code, and Enrique showed me an alternative to Cloud, like the this tool. There's an alternative to Cloud called Open Code.
Mm-hmm.
And the good thing is that, for example, if you already have another subscription with ChatGPT, for example, and you have ChatGPT Plus,
Mm-hmm.
you can connect a Codex, and and you can use like a cloud tool, but for free. Well, for free, not for free, without paying extra,
Yeah.
without using the tools that you already have.
Yeah,
So
because you already
I
paid
started
for
using it.
you already paid
Mhm.
for ChatGPT, so you're just using it
Yeah,
inside another app.
yeah, you use that model inside open code, and
So you downloaded it.
the
You downloaded it and then used that to do the
mhm.
feed.
Yeah, with because Meno gave me like a very big instruction and prompt. So to it was like all the instructions for the AI to give all the context to the AI, and that really helped. And then what I had to do manually, I had to use the docs from the Snappy player and tell. So basically, what Asgard and SNC did, I had to tell the front end to integrate the Snappy player. So also, I had to tell the front end to integrate the the audio, because now audios are playable too on there. If you find a snap from Snappy that it's an audio, you can play it from the landing page. What is AI is crazy, man, because I just gave it, hey, here are the docs. You figure out how to how to integrate it,
But
and it worked.
I think this is
But
something awesome too, because
uh,
it all comes down to having like a really good workflow. Because
yeah,
one of the things that I think I use AI mainly for is documenting. So like when we
yeah,
work on something, I
hmm
think all developers hate doing documents. I'm sure I'm not alone. It's a pain in the ass. But if you can tell, you come up with something, and I believe, okay, I will tell my AI agent, it's like, please document everything we just did, and
Hmm.
ask me questions if something is not clear or if I made a mistake, and it'll be like, okay, we did this,
Okay.
and there's like clarifications, 3 or 4 things. So I'm like, okay, wait, yeah, you're right, this is wrong. So I go in and correct because I'm asking the agent to more or less rate my idea, give me
Hmm.
maybe my logic is flawed, and then so you end up having this back and forth. So it's really a collaborative work. And then I end up all my repos, and I don't upload this because it's internal. All my repos, I have a folder. So this is like a little, I guess, Queso might benefit from this piece of information. All my repos have a folder called internal docs, and in
Okay.
those internal docs, I don't upload them to GitHub. They're for me, obviously. I is where I store all the conversations I have with um, with my AI agent about the issues I'm trying to solve, and the
Hmm.
implementation ideas that we had and we tried and didn't work, and the ones that worked. So that what that allows me to do is like when I find a similar issue somewhere else, because it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Hmm.
I can go
You
back
already
to
have
that
the
doc.
context. Hmm.
Yeah, and I'll be like, okay, hold on, let me see, and I'll copy paste how we solved it, and then
Hmm.
slap it on another chat and be like, this is how we solved it. Please implement this, and boom, 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 done.
Yeah.
Uh, it's just,
Also, mhm.
and that's what I gave you.
Also,
It's
mhm.
exactly what I
Yeah.
gave you. I
Ah,
gave you one
okay.
of my docs.
Oh, nice.
Because
So
every time
also,
every time you answer something, you must just copy stuff from your docs.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. I
so
I have seen I have seen the folder in the git ignore file.
yeah. There, you've seen it. There you go. There's a lot of gold in there. Uh, sometimes you spend 3 4 days trying to come up with something, and the answer is stupid. Like you go, but you resolve it, and then
mhm,
before these tools existed, I would rely on my memory, and then 2 or 3 months down the road, I'm trying to do something else, and then I don't remember how what I did, and so now it's like I don't. I'm getting older too, and now I think I'm being smarter about it. It's like let me document. Now that it's so easy, let me document what I did. Let me document what I did. So, and the idea is between all of us, we can share this stuff. So like, actually the person I think mainly gave me this idea was Mengao, who is obviously not here today. He has docs like this, how he implemented solutions, and he has AI sum them up for him. And then when I was doing Snappy at the beginning, and I was trying to come up with how to do things, from scratch, he started giving me code snippets from his docs. It's like, hey, look, check this out, check this
ah,
out,
okay.
and it was a lifesaver. So I'm like, okay, I got to start doing this for myself too. So
Yeah,
Also,
definitely.
what I did for the landing page, I forgot to mention it, is that on ChatGPT I told ChatGPT what I wanted to do. Hello, Queso, welcome,
okay, so welcome, bro.
welcome.
Yeah, guys. How you doing, guys?
Hi.
Uh,
Don't tell me you're driving
yeah.
though.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm still in the vehicle, right? I was coming to go get something, and it's very very far away my place, so just like an emergency travel.
You sound like you're
Okay.
driving.
Yeah, yeah. You sound like you have mobile data.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right,
guys.
Eddie.
I'll be
So,
on my earpiece. I'm not on driving, so I'm with my earpiece, so we can just go ahead. But I won't be presenting my screen. I'm making a
Hmm.
post after this when I get home.
Okay.
Uh,
The post that I help you with.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
nice.
Sure, sure.
All right, so Eddie,
Yes.
continue. You have
Can,
we were starting with Eddie, so then we're just gonna go down the line, I guess. Eddie,
mhm.
then Queso, uh, and then I guess I can share some of the stuff I've been working on too.
Okay. What I was saying is that I gave ChatGPT the instructions of how to make the website, but it it gave me what to tell V0, and that's how I built the landing page. But it got the branding wrong of Snappy, and then the day after I started the landing page, I gave it again the images, and it gave me. I told him to give me another global CCS, uh, like the CCS
yeah.
of the. So, and it updated. It gave me everything, and I just copy and pasted, and it worked. But the most difficult part was getting the feed. But thanks to you, it was not. not that not that difficult. And then I just fix some other. There are still some details. I've been getting some feedback. There's still things some warnings and too much hype everywhere, and maybe some people that are not familiar with hype will not understand it. So we have to build also the onboarding process, which we have something built, but we have to adapt it to
On
Snappy.
that front, I guess we can make a decision of maybe today of how to do it, because
Hmm.
there's basically like two approaches. One can be that we can piggyback off maybe Hive invite or something, so people can write it, do a subscribe, not subscribe, set up an email and then send it. They send it to to you, to me, whoever has the email, and then we can create a Hive invite token and then just
Hmm.
send it back, and then they can create the account that way. That would be a super fast implementation for us, but not the best user experience, because they're gonna be like, oh, I have to wait now. How long does it take?
The
Okay, then.
skate have something similar like that. You ask for an account for a friend, and then you create it for them, and the account is sent to the email. But that's also, I'm not sure how safe to send the keys through an email, but that's a cool way to do it too.
Yeah, I
But you
mean,
create the account, and the person gets it.
there's blue flies
Yeah,
flying
I
around.
think we have this onboarding system of this email that you send to the key and everything. Even on Exabit itself, we have the sign up system that works that way.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah, and it's safe, It's safe.
I
Hmm.
You
think
just
eventually
put in
eventually you want
the
to also
email.
teach people how to change their keys, because one of the things that you might not want to do is tell people, hey, keep your keys in your email. Like, that's not a good practice, because people get their
Hmm.
emails hacked all the time.
And
So
it's also the email outbound is still stored somewhere.
yeah.
Hmm.
So that's one thing to consider as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not
Hmm.
really like, in safety wise, it's not really great unless you also teach the user to change your keys, and that way then it doesn't matter, because you can, yeah, I send you the keys right now. The account has no value. It's a brand new account, so even if you get
Hmm.
hacked, what you lose nothing. So if you guide them through changing the keys. Now that said, I still don't think that's good UX. I think that's a lot of friction. Uh,
Hmm. I
I
know people that have been on Hive
But
for years,
eh,
and they are afraid of changing their keys.
exactly, yeah,
Hmm.
you know, what me I would say to this here is, this is it. At any point in time, okay, let me just say this. When you create an account and your key is being sent to your email, right? It's just like a form presenting this key to you. So it's the user decision. Maybe you want to take it extra to save it more better. Are you getting me? Just imagine, okay, just say, okay, we are not sending your email. On the screen, when you don't create the account, we pop your password for you. So the next thing you do, you think
You're
you feel
you're
it's safe.
cutting a
So
lot.
it's more or less like
Uh,
same thing when we send it to your
mhm.
email.
yeah.
So
Okay,
it's the same
Keso,
thing. We send it to your email.
Keso,
Hello.
you're clipping a lot
You're clipping a lot, Queso.
because of
Yeah.
mobile. Yeah.
Are you connected to Wi-Fi right now?
I'm using I'm using a earpiece. I'm inside the vehicle at this moment. So let me see. Let me try to. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let me change.
Yeah. So, but anyways, I'll put something on the table now, because it's something we can work on together. The B devs have these libraries. They've been working on something called the Wax libraries or something like that, and they already have these libraries for account creation that are supposed to be painless to use. And if we ever want to do uh, the Google Drive login, which now I have two minds. I think it was Tipfox that made me think about it, because Auth2 is really way simpler, or more standard. But we could implement that. But that said, they made it really easy to create accounts. I have some code snippets of an account creation idea that I was using, a faucet that I was using for months, because I had onboarders working with me here, and so I gave them tokens, kind of like more or less what Olahive has, and that was working okay. But I was sending this, and this is safe, but still, you required a lot of trust. I was sending the master password through an encrypted memo to the onboarder, and then that person was in charge of loading it into the other person's phone and all the stuff. So, but now you have to trust the onboarder, so it's not great either. Now,
Hmm.
what you want to do, like if you really want to be it super safe, meaning that nobody gets the keys of anything, it's basically works in a two layer system. One would be the website. In this case, let's say imagine we implement this on Snappy landing page, generates keys, client side.
Hmm.
You don't actually send them anywhere. It generates keys client side, right? And then it sends a payload to create the account you to a REST API that you have receiving public keys. So basically, imagine that
Okay.
Snappy is the one creating the keys. It receives the payload using the public keys, and Snappy can create an account using a token using the public keys. And that way, nothing is compromised. You have to save, of course, the keys that you get, and then instruct the person, hey, don't give them to anybody and all that stuff. That would be the safest way to do it. I know that works. I still find it too much friction. I really want to get and that might be what we have to do for now. But I really want to get social logins happening. More so because and the goal of adapt in my opinion, but I think the opinion of everybody here is reduce friction for users. Like whatever you can do so that users just download and interact, you should do. If you say no, it's not that hard, and you have to kind of question yourself, no, it's not that hard to download keys and all that stuff, then you're not thinking like 99% of the population where it goes like, oh, it's too much work. I don't want to do it. It's too much work because they haven't invested in it. They haven't spent months and months making friends. They haven't bought any hive, so it has to be so simple that they go like, yeah, it's just a few clicks. Yeah,
Hmm.
so there's that. So, but we can implement the thing I said. I have some code snippets so we can recycle and then maybe, it'll be amazing to get Enrique involved because Enrique already built uh, something very similar, with Ola Hive.
Hmm.
So if he would just give me that code, I could just, be like, oh, okay, here we go.
I'll see if we can have a meeting with him today.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Then it would be a day of
Mhm,
work. It
mhm.
would be a day, at best.
Yeah.
And
I just
well,
I
from my
just
side, mhm.
oh yeah, yeah,
Okay,
go on. I go on.
just to finish, so the landing page on MantequillaSoft and the Snappy landing page, and we also made some subdomains, Meno, but maybe you can talk more about that.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's it from my side.
I
All right.
just want to say something to the AI thing you mentioned previously.
Hmm.
I use AI for a review of my code a lot.
Okay.
And that's also what Mino said. Basically, you say, review this code, check it for logical errors, and check it for loopholes. And this is so beneficial. It's so crazy. And also, of course, creating READMEs, commenting code, also really helpful.
Yeah.
So, for example, the smart contracts I code myself, but I give AI full power to break it, and also create extremely a lot of test cases with wrong inputs, with negative, positive tests, and it's so crazy good. It helps me a lot. So testing basically takes me like seconds. In reality, without AI, it would take me 10 times more than creating the code itself.
I imagine. Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah,
And you become a one man army, right? Because you
yeah,
basically in the development world you have well you have so you have developers, then you have code reviewers, then you usually have QA guys that are then you have
yeah,
people that do what is it called, ops dev, so they create the
yeah.
pipelines.
DevOps.
DevOps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
DevOps. I
Mhm.
said, my dyslexia kicking my butt. So all these things you can kind of get away with it with AI because they're like, okay, I'm gonna automate these things,
yeah.
and it's great.
Yeah. Also, just create me a subdomain, create the Nginx file, and register the certificate. It's just 3 lines for me, and AI does it in like half a minute or whatever. It's so
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So 80% of my code on front ends is AI driven. So
And
Okinoko.io is without AI, I won't be that far for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's Okinoku.com. It's really cool. It's almost like
Yeah.
'80s hacker,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
I wanted to be this, and also you use a mouse, so it's more futuristic 80s hacker, so cyberpunkish.
Cyberpunkish.
That
Yeah,
was
it's
my
very cool.
intention. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, so
So
go for it. Tell
I,
us what you've been
I
working
think
on.
I will. Yeah, I have something really cool. I told you already. I was working on TV improvements, I would call it, for ThreeSpeak. So taking the ThreeSpeak repo and adding stuff so you can control it with a remote. And I want to show this to you now. I try to share my screen if it
Yeah,
is
go for
You,
it.
working.
I'll
you
Yeah,
share
it
should be
should
full
work.
screen on
able.
my side so people
Mhm.
can see it too.
Yeah. So this is my screen. You can see it. And it was a big hassle to get this thing running here.
Mm-hmm.
So of course I code ThreeSpeak with VS Code. I have it hosted then on a domain of okinoko.io, and this one is just basically just a wrapper that is opening. Wait a second. I think it config it is, or it's an index. Here you tell it go to this website, allow these things, and then it's just running. Of course, there are much more things to do here, but the main work was done, and then I was able to code in VS Code. And this is the emulator for the ThreeSpeak website. But basically, this is just a website in the background.
Uh-huh.
And as you can see, wait a minute, second, I will make it a big.
Have that exact remote or one similar.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's my
the,
mom's
the
remote on
default
her TV.
default
Mhm.
Samsung remote. Yeah, I have a totally
Mhm.
different remote. As I said, I have another operating system, and this won't work on my cheaper TV. But if you open it, you don't have a sidebar because it just takes up much space for TVs. And if you click on a video, then it will load it. Then after it loaded it, it will go in full screen. Now it's really stuttering, but normally it plays fine, of course. And if you want to close this full screen, you just go back or use the middle key. You can stop the video. You can scrub the timeline if you want. I don't know if you hear this crazy sound. You can scrub the timeline, and not in this mode. And then what's really cool, what I was working on, is this options menu. Because of
Awesome.
course, navigating on the page is possible with the arrow keys, but those are the main buttons you will use. And let's just vote. I voted this video already. That this will break now, and this is just a vote pop-up. I was not able to use the default pop-up
Mm-hmm.
because of technical stuff. I had to do this. You just enter your voting percentage, enter, and then enter again. I won't do this. This will break it now because I'm running on a domain that the Hive RPC nodes are not accepting. I don't know. I don't know why, but I won't get any Hive data right now in this app.
Okay.
That's why also the votes are 0. But yeah,
Mhm.
so basically you navigate through the videos, click enter, wait a little second, watch the video. You can even I need to make this sound. I can't turn off. It's not working. But you can also do this one and then come in here, of course.
And how did
Um,
you finish the transaction? Um.
with Iowa. So let me
Okay.
just log out.
Mhm.
I'm going into sidebar. I'm logged in right now. Normally it should open the Iowa. Yeah, of course.
Okay. You're
Something I've
already logged
changed.
in.
Yeah, something I've changed. But normally you will see now the Iowa pop up and you can log out and you can log in. I wanted to show you this, but I can't. Let me. Yeah, with enter, it was not working with enter. So let me log out quickly. Then we log back in. Yeah, again with enter. And then you have the supported methods. I kept ledger in because it would work in this case.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then we hit enter, then we type in tip box. And then, yeah, of course. also a recent change. I had, yeah, it's not working, I think. Let me test it again. Normally it should open the, it's a bit weird with the enter key now. I changed it a few hours ago. Let me test it again. If I go in here.
Well, it's key to point out in case somebody's watching this video and go like, it's broken. This is
No.
I think very revolutionary, so to speak, because I don't think there's any app on on the Hive ecosystem that works on a TV. So imagine that we can have one of our dabs on TVs around the world. That is awesome.
Yeah. And now we are logged in. And let us check another video that is new. I was not voting on already. Let's pick this one. I will need to stop the video because you would hear the sound. So let's go to vote this video. Let's go to, I would vote for 50. I got a big delegation recently. So like this. Now Hive auth, of course, I have to accept this. And then my vote was casted.
That's awesome.
Same goes, I think same goes with comment. I will need to check. Great video. Let's put a really generic comment in here. Video. Of course, this is optimized also for remote, so you can switch back and top and whatever. So done. Now approve. I don't know what's happening now. Yeah, comment was posted successfully. It shows one comment, but I think I have issues again with the Hive blockchain data.
I see it on chain.
Cool.
The video, the comment, I see great video. I see it a few seconds ago. I checked your comments on Pigly.
Yeah.
So it went through.
So you just have to refresh then, and it should show up, no?
No, I have issues. I can show you the web inspector and default.
And the
what's
vote
happening.
is still, the vote is still there.
Yeah. So it's just because I can't load data from Hive. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter for the debug testing build, basically.
Yeah. It might be coarse, really. It might be just a coarse thing.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, something like this. So the next step would be that I will build this as a package for Eddie, so he can install it in any way. I have no idea how to do it on his TV, and then just try it out.
It has a USB port.
Maybe this, yeah. I think it will create an WGT, and you can install this. I will check the tutorial about it.
Yeah.
So that's the way. And if we have it then tested good enough, then we can still, of course, deploy this to the store. We still need to find out how, of course. But
yeah.
Now I have a very stupid question, but it's like, are there? I don't even own a TV. I don't know if you guys know that. But do TVs have webcams too? No, they don't, right?
I thought about this too. Yes, some TVs have webcams.
They do. Wow.
I removed the upload video on purpose.
No. For honestly, we don't need it. People really don't go to the TV to create content. They go to watch content, which is really one of the things a lot of people say about Hive is like, everybody wants to be a content creator. Where are the content consumers? You're making the steps in the right direction, which is freaking awesome. But I'm just curious because I imagine somebody who like, I make videos on my TV and I upload. That would be crazy.
It would be also crazy that you could technically, maybe we could, if you have a camera, you could make a reaction video this way. I don't know if you know Sergio Mendes. Sergio Mendes is one friend of mine. I got to know him for a very long time already. This Jurassic World video. He was doing reaction videos with a TV screen in his background. So he was standing right next to the TV screen and reacting to it. So he would be interested, of course, in this.
Yeah, hey.
But let's just make the general approach, and if we have this, the website should have its own subdomain, of course. So in the end, or technically, we have 3speak.okinoko TV equals true. And this, if you can see this, yeah, this is triggering the TV build. So basically, if I keep this away, it's 3speak like it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would be good if we have tv.3speak.tv or something like this.
Yeah, we can get.
It would be better.
We can.
We can get a subdomain easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have an insane amount of subdomains now. One of the things that Eddie built, we haven't discussed this on chats. It's like he built an admin headquarters, admin panel, and it has like all the things that we have. Maybe Eddie, you can find it. You can share your screen, and we can also show it a little bit later. Because there's so many things that we have at this point. I want to say maybe 20 something, subdomains that from just API endpoints that we hit to administration for like IPFS storage, for audio storage, for API keys, so we can issue API keys to other front ends. I mean, just it was either building that or going crazy and then just arguing, dude, where is the? Because it's so.
Yeah.
I have to update it also because we added some new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also have a lot of subdomains, but I tend to separate them in a little bit different way because I don't have so many tools. But for example, the testnet stuff for my Magi things are all under testnet.okinoko.io.
Yeah.
So it's easier for me to handle this. But
hello, hello,
Queso. Are you saying something?
Yeah, can you guys hear me now?
I
think a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I've been trying different headsets, so I can actually come back in. So
way better.
So T-Fox, I saw when you made a comment and it doesn't reflect. I don't know how you are running that code. There's something I built. When you make a comment, there's what they call optimistic UI. Are you getting me? So when you make a comment, when you make a comment, it's going to hit the Hive blockchain, right? And most of the time, we don't reload to pull those comments back. So they want to call optimistic UI. When you make a comment and it's successful, the comment is there. Are you getting me? So at any point in time, that page reloads. It brings in the current comment from the Hive blockchain. And the temporary one I put in, just go down. So I don't know if the same thing works because I noticed you made a comment and you can't even see it.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the question.
Well,
really. Sorry.
What he's saying is that you, because I've seen this on working, that if someone comments, it will auto refresh and show the comment without you having to refresh the whole page. No, it's not that.
No. When you make a comment, right? You don't need to refresh. Yes, you don't need to refresh. There's just like a demo comment. You see a demo comment. It's not actually the real comment, but it's based on what you actually commented. So when you refresh, I get is whenever the user refreshes the page, it's going to get the real comment in the database. But you will not be able to differentiate. I get me from that comment. It's just like when you make a comment, you get a copy and place it for you. I get me. So when you they call it optimistic UI. So that's why sometimes when you see you like a particular post, you click on like, you see the UI is going to update it without waiting for the call. Are you getting me? For the call to be successful. You see when you just make a comment, like you go to Facebook, you click on like, you see +1 like. Doesn't mean that call has hit the API and that's returned. But you are going to update. Right? They call it optimistic UI. So this is one of the things I actually used to resolve the comment and even the upvote on Facebook. And if you make a comment and it fails, to quickly remove it. So you don't need to wait to refresh the page before you get the.
No, yeah. So I understand the best practice and good practice is that you have a container where the comments are in, and if you send a comment and you receive it back from Iowa, most importantly, you will receive a transaction signed and accepted callback. So you will know that this comment is stored on Hive.
Yeah.
So that's the best way, of course. Yeah. We should avoid loading the page always again. So especially for the player, also it is a bit bad if we reload it. Yeah, but that's not what I do.
Sí, tengo una llamada.
Oh, okay, that's the way I actually did it. What you just said, that's the way I did it on the speak. So when it's successful, but I didn't do it the other way around. That you just place the comment even though it's successful. Me, when it's successful, when like the Iowa or Hive what we were using previously, when it's successful, then we just add to it. Although it's a temporary, but whenever the user decides to refresh the page or any way it happens that refresh the page, it picks the latest one. Everything is fine.
You're still very skipped off most of the time. I'm sorry.
But
I was not able to.
Let's continue though, because I don't want to stick on the comments for too long, because we have
Yeah.
so much more to. You have much more to share. You know, you have.
Yeah.
You made.
Yeah, So this was the big TV thing, of course. I still work on it, but I think I'm pretty far already. There are things that are not supported, like the wallet page. I was not touching it yet, but we'll see. Let me just quickly jump into Okinoko. This is a big improvement. I need to share.
Yeah.
So we have a Magi testnet now. This is I don't know if it's already published, but it's on GitHub. So TechCoder X is hosting a testnet for Magi. This also involves a testnet for Hive, but I had a huge issue with setting up my MetaMask. It was just crazy. Testnet here, then this and this. It was crazy, but now it's working. I can log in with my user, and let us just show the main important thing. I made a DAO contract. Previously, last week, I was talking about it, and the DAO contract is one big contract. We could host a DAO in there, DIY Hub could host a DAO in there, but the funds are all in the contract itself. So I decided I want to build the contract in and put it on GitHub. So I have a folder called builds, and in there's a main striped. This is the real contract code. And if you go on Okinoko, you can now pick Okinoko Shindao, and you can decide if you want to create a DAO itself or if you want to deploy your own DAO contract. And this was what I was working on. So if you pick on deploy own contract, you can then pick the DAO contract. If I have multiple versions, there will be multiple commits. And then we give it a name. I will now go on deploy contract. Now it's contacting the back end of the deployment. It was also a big work to get this working. And I'm using MetaMask because Keychain is not very reliable, or basically it didn't work for me for the testnet. So I will show you just the signature. I won't do this now because it's just waiting time. But this is basically the signature it will send. Okay, I will do it. And it's saying custom chain signing, of course, because we are on a testnet chain ID. Then I approve it. Then it will, just for technical background, it will sign a message, send it to the Hive blockchain, so layer 1. And the testnet itself is querying the layer 1. So every miner or witness is querying the layer 1 transactions and is checking the transactions in this specific layer 1 block and checks if there is something for Magi. It's just the background. And if you see transactions, it should show my transaction now. It doesn't. Why it's not showing this now? It worked. It worked. No, it's not working.
Which account is it? That
it's on the test. It's on the
I some
testnet.
tested. Okay.
Yeah. It worked just a few hours ago, as you can see, but now it's not working. But anyways, so this one will then create such a button here. So I have test one is a contract itself. This contract is called test one, and the second contract I deployed is called test two. Normally, general users who do not deploy their own contracts have those things here. So these
Okay.
are real DAOs. And you can go into the DAO and yeah, okay, I didn't test this. I know, I don't have any environment I can show you this now. Oh yeah, here. So I can go into the DAO and see all proposals. I don't know if I showed you this last time though.
No, you didn't.
No.
You can see all the proposals and you can click on the proposal and then check the current state. Let me just quickly change to mainnet. Maybe this is better. No, it's all broken now. It's just broken.
You
Just
think you're
one.
gonna have this ready before the event in Spain?
Yeah, that's for sure. I plan to release this week, but as you can see, I was not able to finish it. But that's the plan, yeah. So now we are on the mainnet, and I have created some test DAOs, and one is public. So this is a DAO where people can just add proposals themselves. Everyone can add a proposal, and then there are locked DAOs, so only members can create proposals. You can join a DAO, you can create DAOs, now you can deploy DAOs, of course. And I think, yeah, here in this DAO, which is from the DIY Hub, we have a treasury of 1.2 HBD. You can have multiple assets in there, of course. You can add funds or to your stake. And if you go in the proposal, you see how the voting is. So quorum is basically the minimum count of votes or minimum stake that need to have voted. And threshold is the minimum stake that will count as approved. So
yeah, so
I have
obviously anything above 50% would be threshold, and quorum. You're also putting 50%
as well. Yeah, as well. Yeah. So you could technically you can say minimum the half of the members have to vote, but threshold needs to be 70%, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if this is good, you can tally this and then execute this. I think I tested it with this proposal, but this contract is broken. So I've made some changes already. And yeah, then you can execute it and it will do what is listed here. So it will do payouts, 0.2. I think Hive is in here, the main currency. 0.2 will go to TipFox VSC, but there are also other things you can trigger, like contract calls and option changes for the DAO. So basically, you could remove the owner of the DAO and make it really decentralized, autonomous. So you only have the members, and they decide, for example, if someone gets whitelisted, if they want to change the quorum or the threshold percentage of the DAO, change who can do anything and whatever. Yeah, that's the basic.
One of the things that I don't know if I asked you this or your opinion, but I can ask all you guys their opinion on this. I think it will be interesting if a DAO can hold multiple assets, and more so because it can be more like a divesting kind of thing. So meaning, let's say that we do the whole thing with Mantequilla as we've been planning. It works out great and all this stuff. We get some seeding, and then we decide, hey, we're gonna. I'm not saying I'm gonna do this, by the way. I'm just giving an opinion or an example. And say, hey, we want to spend. Somebody says, I want to with $50. I want to buy into this layer 2 token that so and so community launched. But it wouldn't be held by a person. It will be held by the DAO. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that kind of thing is interesting to me. Even we want to spend $500 worth of Solana and just hodl for the DAO for a rainy day because we believe it might go up or something. And of course, again, people vote on it. And it's like this is where it's going to be stored. funds can be distributed after 3 months. Like then we can reuse them or whatever, or the unstaking of that is also has to be voted on. Um, that is interesting to me because then it becomes really like a decentralized government, where
Yeah.
uh, you the members more or less have to align, I guess, for things to happen, but it's not ruled by how do I call it, like oligarchy. Can I use that? It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
if somebody,
oligarchy. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's more like ruled by the common folk. Like anybody who's part of the DAO, if you hold a stake in a DAO, then you have an opinion.
You can, yeah, you can decide in the DAO if it's democratic, then everyone has the same stake, or if it is stake based. So you will remove the oligarchy
Yeah.
and just invite the democracy. But in these democratic DAOs, you should use the whitelist option, of course, because anyone can join, anyone can create 10 accounts and has
And both.
basically a stake
Yeah,
of
I was
10.
gonna tell you.
So
Yeah,
that's why I created, yeah. And there's also an NFT membership feature already implemented, but it's not working yet because we don't have NFT contracts right now. But that's basically, it's working. I don't know if it would work that a contract can hold the tokens. Basically, I think it could work, but we need to have this in the token code itself. So the token will have a contract, and the contract should give it to the contract itself. So to the caller of the contract. I have an example of here. This one is a contract call, an inter-contract call. So this from this contract was called to execute a flip function. That's what I was creating the tutorial about. So this is just a contract function that reorders the list coming after it.
Yeah.
And this is just confirmed. So you can make a proposal. We want to buy layer 2 DIY token 10 times with the funds of our DAO. And if the proposal passes, then it will be written in here. And if the proposal is passing, then it will work just by magic. So, but it needs to have the things implemented in the token contract and also in this contract, of course. So they need to know of each other. That's the harder part. That's why it's also important to have token standards. That's what Magi is currently working on or reviewing on. So we will have those standards soon.
Wow, this is exciting stuff. That's really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, and this is, I think next week, 2 weeks, I don't know, but it's definitely before the event. Absolutely, because I want to showcase the whole ecosystem, Okinoko ecosystem, on the event.
Awesome.
As well.
Oh, I think deadlines when it comes to development are funny, because it's always one more week.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything really. It could mean one more week.
Yeah, I was working on this, and then I had the testnet. Then I needed to implement the testnet functionality. It took me like 2 days.
Yeah.
Then I recognized, I need a send button. Then I implemented the send button and all that stuff. So it's always something.
Yeah,
opens
like
up something.
And sometimes, most of the time, you change something, and there's a chain of things that you have to change because of the one change that you made. So then you spend 3 days changing up. Let's call it a pipeline.
Script.
I suffer from that a lot. From that a lot. So, but that being said, I'm also and I'm getting better because of the AI tools that I'm using these days. But I'm also the kind of guy that jumps and then it goes like, okay, how do I land? And that's not really the best way to do it. The best way is to have a solid plan, work out a flow. Like if you ever see professionals when they do development, they'll spend hours on just charts, and they'll be what are deliverables and all that stuff. So and that way when people get assigned their tasks, there's no scope creep. It's like, no, what am I doing? You're doing this. That's it. But I tend to be more like, I want to build this room here. All right, cool, let's go. And then I get the cement and water, and then I realize I have no bricks. That's me. It's like, okay, all right. So let me go get bricks first. That's kind of how it works for me. Not the best way to code. I submit, but yeah, that's kind of how it happens with me. Um, what Tibby? You that's it for you? Like you obviously you shared
Yeah,
quite a lot. It's
yeah, yeah.
exciting stuff, bro. I'm really looking forward to both things that you're working on. I think Three Speak on TV is mind blowing. I actually told a few people already that because I showed them on my phone. It's like, hey, this is a YouTube clone. I think these days I say that so that they understand what it is, right? It's not a YouTube clone, but yeah, video platform, and it go like and more so because these days you have a lot of platform censoring. If you say the wrong things, and that's all I'm gonna say because it's gonna go on YouTube, so I don't want to say more. So having a place like Three Speak, I think is extremely important. Maybe having citizen journalists, coming to platforms like Three Speak would be something that can actually help the world. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. But removing friction so that people can use it, can enjoy it, and all this stuff, and bringing it to TVs. I mean, what else do you want? Like, imagine that you have a citizen journalist saying, "Okay, this is my home. I'm gonna be on Three Speak now," and at the same time that you have, you can watch Three Speak from your smart TV. So if you want to watch news, you just go to this channel. Go. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
freaking amazing. Uh, and then the DAO stuff they're working on, the smart contracts. I think a VSC is gonna have to buy you a freaking a Christmas present. Because
I hope that the community will appreciate it
oh
and
no, they
send
are.
me a Christmas present.
It
Yeah,
always takes somebody, and in this case it's you. It always takes somebody to say, hey, you know what? Let me go for it. Because when it's a brand new technology, when it's like and it hasn't been tested, like most people don't want to be the first to try it. It's like, I don't know how
yeah,
it works. It's probably broken. It's gonna be very frustrating. Let me see if somebody else does something, and then I'll get in. So you're kind of breaking ice, which I think
yeah,
is which I
yeah.
think is awesome. And so
I think a different way. I think if something is new, I need to hop on to be the first. So I have a big FOMO when it comes to these kind of things.
yeah.
And in the moment VSC formally said we have smart contracts now, then I just jumped in and just learned Go coding, learned this, learned that, and yeah. But the tools are there already since months.
Yeah.
Of course, there is some bug here and some bug there, or was some bug here and there, but these things are usually pretty quickly fixed by the team. And yeah,
Yeah, the language that it's using Go, it's
hmm
supposed to be really really powerful. I saw an interview with the guy that created it, and I was really impressed. He's like a legend.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. Isn't this the guy who developed C plus plus or something like this?
yeah,
Something
he's
really crazy?
yeah
Yeah,
he works for Google now or as an advisor. He looks
mhm.
like a Gandalf, with a big beard, old man.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
and then and the story why he created Go is kind of crazy. He kind of takes some dunks on on other languages, saying like, because I guess the guy developed things in Unix. Like he's like an OG, and
yeah.
and he was saying that he went to a conference or something, like a speech, and they were explaining some programming language. Can't remember what it was, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. And then he's like, and I said this like I didn't understand a thing. Nothing they were saying made sense to me. And it makes you go like, well, like if that guy cannot understand, it's like wow. And then he created Go.
Yeah, it's super simple. Basically, if you understand it, it's really, really simple. And
Yeah,
the coolest thing, you can have multiple return values. That's the most amazing thing. I think it is also possible in JavaScript, I think. But that's what I'm using a lot. So you just return multiple values from one function,
yeah,
like an arrow, for example.
yeah,
Also, you have an arrow, and you can just return nil in this case, so it's
yeah.
null for the arrow, and then a return value.
Hmm. Can you do that in
Super simple.
JavaScript? I don't think I've ever done that in JavaScript.
I think you can have multiple ones in
Oh.
JavaScript.
Well, somebody
Yeah.
can correct us in the comments if Tivi is right. I I haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
could be I'm wrong.
uh, all right, Keso. Well, Keso, if you want to share what you've been working on, I've been hinting to people what you're working on, so I think it's really exciting. Um, and for Keso has been working on this, but we had to also do some changes on the back end and add some stuff. So I'll talk about that in a little bit. But Keso already has something he can show. I don't know if he's in the computer though. Queso, are you on your computer? Can you share screen today or no?
Uh, no. I was doing my thing right now, but I'm not going to creating a video. What I'm really about to do. So the sharing of everything is
It's
like,
really
so, listen, I'm not going to do with
Queso.
this. And,
Hey, before you continue, brother, you need to either get the phone closer to your because it sounds very muffled. You sound like this. I can. It's loud, but like this.
okay. I really know.
No,
Can you
maybe
hear me now?
we could. Mm,
Uh huh. It's a, it's
All
a,
right.
it's
Okay,
not,
so
it's not.
listen.
It's still kind
Okay.
of queso. It's still kind of muffled. I want to make sure people can hear you. Tell you what. Why don't you get on the laptop and then log back in, and I'll explain the what I did in the back end for what you're building, real quick. Are you? Can you get on your laptop?
I can't say no. Because this is step 22.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're in order for not to do a disservice to what Kesso is working on, because I want people to really know what he's been working on. I'll go ahead and explain it, Kesso, because I honestly I can barely hear. I mean I can hear you, but it's muffled, and so. Anyways, one of the things that we wanted to implement and we've been working on for a while is the ability to do shorts on 3Speak again. I know, and I know this from people telling me, and I kind of remember it, that 3Speak had shorts before, and platforms like InLeo had their own, you know, implementation of shorts, and they were using 3Speak infra. I don't know if Peak D ever had shorts. I doubt it. I think SNC did at some point in time. But a lot of that stuff was not maintained. A lot of the code I don't even know where it is, and it hasn't been active for a while. But
uh, and it was working like in a weird way because it was they uploaded to a proxy account.
hmm
The proxy account uploaded the video, and then those videos were inserted
yeah,
on
it
Inleo.
was really weird. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, they were kind of just building on what already existed. So
Mm-hmm.
when I got involved with 3Speak, one of the things that I thought what would be great to have would be having a parallel system exist alongside the 3Speak videos. So you have what I call legacy videos that are on one specific database of Mongo, a collection. And then we have now an embedded video collection that is a whole different collection, whole different videos um, that is uploaded through another service. So they really have the embedded videos don't really have a connection to Hive. And somebody could say, why would you do that? Why would you disconnect the videos from Hive? Because it's also, I think, a way that we can go outside of Hive. We can, technically speaking, I could go up to any platform. Let's say Digibyte has their own blogging platform. It's like, hey, you guys want to have videos on your platform too? Here's an API key. It's so much a month, and you can upload videos and you use our infra. That's kind of why I did it. It's a way to that 3Speak can have a business model outside of Hive, which I think a lot of projects on Hive currently lack. But at the same time, I was like, of course, the projects on Hive can use this system too and integrate their videos into their front ends. And so the first one, obviously, was Snappy because that's the one that I'm working on, and I integrated Shorts on Snappy. If you're using Snappy Mobile or the Snappy IO website, then you can upload Shorts, 60 seconds up to 100 megabytes, and whatnot. But the videos that are uploaded through the system don't show up on 3Speak TV because they're as like I said they're not connected, and also we don't have a way to know exactly where they are. Meaning that they got put in a comment somewhere, but where? Okay, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So when Queso and I and Eddie were discussing adding shorts to 3Speak TV, Queso had a really good plan of how it's going to look. He showed us like his target, which of course it's to make him look like YouTube, and he already had like a mock-up working and it's all beautiful. But we needed to be able to collect the information from where they were, so that it could load onto 3Speak and you could interact with that short. So the first thing, and I'm actually sitting in the hammock in my house when we're having this conversation, and Queso's asking me about it, and I had a crazy little idea. I don't know if it's hacky. I don't know if it is, but it works, and it works really good. I created this a video. I call it Video Hunter, and it's this little service that is running on my VPS that uh, is looking into the Mongo collection where the shorts were uploaded. And so it looks every single one that it finds, and it knows what's the username that created that short. That's what it knows. It doesn't know anything else because it has no idea where it was put. It doesn't have a perm link. So then it goes like, okay, was this user? All right, what app? What app was the one that used it? Okay, it can see. Okay, it was used with Snappy. Then in that case, I know that it was a reply to a container of snaps. So I'm gonna look in the replies of the container of snaps for this user, and I know how the URL is gonna look because I can get that also from that collection, and it finds it. And then once it finds it, okay, here it is. Then it enriches the entry on the Mongo. So it adds where's the perm link, and more information like I think when it was posted and all this stuff. So it's an enricher, and then it adds a tag if it's been processed or not processed, if it's published and not published. It adds all that stuff. So that's one thing that I did. I call it the Video Hunter. And then the other thing that I did is that the backend REST API we had for pulling shorts, because we already had that, now only gives you shorts that have been processed. So like when it looks for the shorts, it goes process, okay, and it shows you to you. And we already have it working. As a matter of fact, Queso showed me yesterday, and I was hoping he could show you today, but he's not on his computer. That it's already working. We have he has a working branch of 3Speak where the shorts show up, and you can click on it, you can vote, you can comment, you can share, all that good stuff, and it's gonna tell you what app it used. So if I think of this like how could it look in the future, it could be amazing. It could be like, SNC using it, Peak D using it, whoever wants to use it, and then you would have shorts that you can, just like YouTube, you can slide up and go to the next one, and on the top a little tag of what app was used to upload it, but it's all on 3Speak TV. I think that's awesome. And of course that means that we have to change the homepage a little bit, because it should show up with the shorts as well, and all that good stuff. But this is really cool stuff, and I think Queso's almost done. I think the last thing that he needed, and that's why I was telling you, Tibi, because you're good with the CSS, was some CSS help, because the videos were playing, but imagine my square as the video, you could only see my forehead. It was like this. That's what was happening. So I'm like, yeah, that's a CSS thing. And as long as that's sorted out, then it's good to go. Then we can launch it to preview and then move along. So that's what
I think it's I think it's a floating issue. The Snappy Player supports floating windows. I had the same issue with the TV build for horizontal videos. It was just scaling the width and not the height. I don't know the real issue anymore, but it was just disabling the floating feature, and it worked just by magic.
Yeah.
But that's really, really cool. That's really, and also it's really cool that you collect the videos from all the sites and not only from posted by on 3Speak. So the Shorts tab will have more content. It will have more purpose that you go in there, you can use it, and that's really, really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. We just had somebody else join. Who's the Munye?
It's Queso.
Okay.
He's joining from the laptop then.
Yeah.
So, Queso, if you can share your screen, that would be amazing, and I'll make it full screen so they can see what you have. But but imagine that you have, again, I'm using Digibyte because they had a community here on Hive. Imagine Digibyte implements this to their breakaway communities, right? And we give them an API key, and then they're doing videos, and this Digibyte community just doing Digibyte. Then it will be on 3Speak too. So like
that would be really, really cool.
Yeah, you breaking these little silos that we got going on, where people they're all isolated, not talking to each other. I think that's pretty awesome. I guess so. I see that. I think you are beginning to share.
Right. This is my screen.
Not yet. I just see a U. Do you guys see his screen?
No, I also only see you.
Mm-hmm. might be a
Right.
permissions thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um, well, Queso figures that out. I'm sure he will in a second. Uh, uh, Another thing that I was working on this week and that I continue to improve all the time is the encoder. And as you guys know, the encoder has had some crazy upgrades this coming week. Um, I made a video yesterday of sharing more or less how it works because there's a few people that have asked me uh, things about the encoder and thinking that I've been screwing them over a little bit, not getting enough jobs. But there we had some issues with the gateway, which is the job assigner. So like I created a better fallback system for that, so for gateway outages. But also, which I think it's the best improvement that I did is this week is we switched the flow of uploads to not go directly to the hot node. I mean, sorry, to the super
The
node
Supernova.
anymore, but it
Hmm.
goes to the hot node, and that gives us and not everybody's now uploading to the hot node. That gives us amazing speed because we've been all waiting so long sometimes for the uploads to pin, and that's because the hot node is always getting. I mean, I'm sorry, the super node is always getting slammed. Always. There's times where I see the RAM at 120 gigabytes of RAM in use, which is insane. And all the CPU is all like all the way 100%, and it's a monster computer, and you're like, why is it getting slammed so hard? Yeah, that's getting slammed. So this way we kind of take load off the super node. We use it as long-term storage, and the hot node pins like that. So if you guys have noticed, the videos are uploading super fast and they play way faster too. Oh, Queso. So Queso finally has it running.
Yeah.
Uh, so as you can see, the video, the video,
can you guys hear me?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes. Hmm.
Okay. So this is it. I can't log in because I have to use a device to just trying my personal best to just come in here. So the shot is actually playing, yeah. So you can see. So the issue currently, the update for the shot here, everything is actually working fine. Only the iframe, except only the iframe. Are you getting me? The iframe is. I've tried a lot of things for it to sit to the parent div, which is to take over the entire section. It's not. Are you getting me? But every other thing works. Are
yeah.
you getting me? Every other
But
thing
I think
works,
I
even down to
I think it's probably what Tibi was saying about the one thing you have to remove, and then they'll align because the player is supposed to be self aligning. Like, well, it's supposed to detect what it is inside of it and then just fill the screen with it.
Yeah.
So so it's a CSS conflict, but I really think it's one of those things to where somebody will sit uh, for 5 minutes, find the two lines to delete, and boom.
Yeah, or maybe it's also a change for Snappy Player that is needed. We will see. But Keso, if you just push your changes to any feature branch or something, I can just clone it and look at it myself.
But open up
okay.
the comments. Oh, you did already.
Yeah,
So look at that. So
Yeah,
cool.
his connection's kind of
it's
slow,
I
but
just yeah, it just keep loading. I'm not actually running with my main server, so I can't log in and do a lot of things. So I just have to just share it to another. Because if I try to log in with my main Chrome that has my Twitch and everything, it's just going to hit me out. Right, so
uh,
Yeah, it's also for local builds. It's
I
a bit weird. It's also logging in with local builds is something I had issues with Iowa as well. I had to publish it.
yeah,
Okay.
there's
Could be
supposed to
related to
be
this too.
supposed to be a lot of a lot. Well, a little technical, I guess, for people that don't know about this stuff too much. And I'm not saying I know a lot, but I know enough to know what I'm allowed to say. When you configure access for websites on Nginx, which is basically a, a way that you can proxy redirect traffic. Like, so there's a request to a server, and then that is listening in a specific port, and it'll redirect it to an internal port on the loop, which is the the 127.0.0.1 or whatever it is. So, but you can filter that out. So you can filter what you want to come through, what you don't want to come through. If you allow headers, which is basically the payloads having extra information, and a lot of servers block localhost as which is really what happens, and they do it for safety because they say like there's nobody a local host could be an attack. That's how the way they perceive it, so they block it.
Yeah. Queso's.
Queso's microphone is on.
Your microphone is open, Queso.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
looking.
And it's a hustle to have local builds. That's but you have a lot of subdomains, so why not going for every feature branch a subdomain? Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
yeah.
Yeah, we have. I think you don't need one, Tip Fox, obviously, but Queso, I told him already, and he just loves working out of his computer. I have to respect that. But we have some VPSs that Eddie and I set up so that we can do all these testings and set up a subdomain for playing around and what have you. So I think we should do that, Queso, so you don't struggle with this stuff anymore. And another thing that I can help you do, which I think it's going to change your mind a lot, is I can help you set up VS Code so you can remote log into the VPS with an SSH session, so that you can code right on the server. So it's just like working local host. You can make all the changes there, run dev, and then open the website, and that's it. And I do that quite a bit because of that, because I don't want to deal with
Yeah.
this.
I always do this. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can help you set that up.
Hold up, that sounds right.
Hello? Can you
Yeah.
guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So let me. All right. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is it on mobile. It's playing the comment section when you click it. So it comes up.
Ah. Oh yeah, that's good.
So I don't know why it's loading. Maybe something went wrong. I'm going to check, but everything is working fine. Okay, it's up. It's just my network. Can you see?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
can see
Yeah.
the reply. You can decide to reply.
Pretty good.
I can decide to reply this user. This is not a nice. Let me just say nice. This is not a nice comment to reply, but I'll just do this.
That user has been uploading a
So
lot of AI videos. Like I think I saw like 5 shorts just this morning.
so
Nice.
Nice.
all right. Can you see?
Yeah.
If you check,
Correct.
the comment is there already.
Yeah.
Right. So everything is working. Let me upvote the post. I think it's some hours ago. So I can upvote any of the comment section.
Yeah. Well, if you're watching
Sorry,
this
my
video,
network is
this
my,
thi-
net-
this is a
my
speed
network.
connection issue. It's not it's not the software. It's broken there. It's just if you can see that.
All right, you can see. I can actually vote the post now. So let me take this down. So the video is playing. When I swipe up, I move to the next video. So the only issue here that we're having right now, every single thing is working. Just the iframe configuration, like so still well. So apart from that, if I scroll up again, right, it works. So let me change it to the full screen so you see. All right, you can see this is the comment section. Those comments.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm pretty
All
sure.
right.
I'm sure. Listen, I struggled with Snappy Player for a week, I think, and I was almost about to give up on it, and I was thinking, well, you know what? Maybe I can just find another player we can use. And then I got it close enough to where like, okay, I think this is okay for now. But still, the vertical videos weren't working, and Tip Fox fixed it in a day. And it was like, oh yeah, I found
Yeah.
One thing I
Mm?
hello.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
We're
Can you guys
listening.
hear me? So, one of the things I'm thinking, when it comes to reels, shorts, the player have to be able to play that video very fast. Most especially if you are using your mobile phone, you just scroll up. I get me, and they are expecting. Sorry, please. And they are expecting that what are they calling the video to play up instantly. So this
Yeah.
is one of the things I'm just considering because right now when you swipe up, it takes some few seconds before
Yeah.
it swipes to the next video. Right? It's something that I don't know. Meno, what I'm thinking here is maybe we shift right all the short video to the hot node because we don't have much of it. So
Oh,
when
they
it's on
they
the
are
short
they are in
the
the
I
hot
have
hot
node,
node.
I have I
Yeah.
have another input for you. I worked on some other video app a few years ago, and I had to cache the videos. That's something we need to do. We need to know the 5 next videos or more, and we
Mhm.
need to cache them already before playing them at
Hmm.
all. That's probably something we need to implement in the Snappy player, so the Snappy player can hold multiple videos in his cache, and
Mhm.
we need to give Snappy Player these URLs and update this list every time when we swipe.
Also,
That's a pretty
the
cool idea.
images that sometimes load, like the TreeSpeak logo, and sometimes we see like a white on the
Yeah,
TreeSpeak logo. We can optimize that. Before first we were using like very big images,
Yeah, that
and
was
then
my
I
mistake.
tried to give Menos some that were a little bit more uh, compressed, smaller.
yeah,
But I think we still see like a white when we play it, so we can optimize that. The
Yeah.
other day we were also talking about optimization.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure because but that's a really good idea by the way. I agree with you, Eddie. But the pre-catching videos more so because the shorts
Mhm.
are tiny, and so like we can get away with it. They're like
Yeah.
they're like 20 megabytes, sometimes 5 megs. They're tiny, so we can
Yeah.
load 5 easily into the player. And then
Yeah.
the other thing that and I think you already did it, so we can probably set it up for shorts is do autoplay. So the moment you scroll to the next one, autoplay. It's not like you have to click
Mhm.
autoplay
Yeah.
like it is
Yeah.
on.
It's also when you on YouTube web
Yeah.
in the browser, not on your phone, in the browser on desktop, and you go into Shorts, you sometimes have these issues that it's not scrolling further,
Mm.
and you need to refresh it, and it is really struggling. That's because they are also doing this technique of
Mm.
preloading. Of course, we need to work
Mhm.
around these issues so we don't have them, but that's a big sign that they are also doing this.
Pretty cool. Did not
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Awesome idea.
yeah.
But we're so close. Look at this, man. We're so close. So
Yeah,
we can
it's
have an
super
MVP.
beautiful. Absolutely, I also think it's really beautiful. Do you have those keypad interactions, Kezo? So if I press the down arrow on my keyboard, does this work here? No, I
On the
mean
keyboard.
on the,
No,
on the keyboard. That would be
Mhm.
really
no,
cool
no, no, no.
because that's how I look
I can
short.
actually do that. I'm going to do that. Thanks for pointing that out. I never thought about that before, but I can actually get it. So it's watch the down button and the up button,
Yeah,
right?
but it's super
So you
super
can
fast
actually,
already. I mean, it's
yeah,
really not bad. If you just pre-cache like 3 or 5 videos, it will be super cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hot node is it was a godsend. I have to say.
Mm.
I every time one of those videos by Shift Rocks would show up with this like 35 minutes of video gaming, I'll be like, oh, okay, let me see if this plays. Because in the super node they wouldn't. You would play a minute and then they would stop.
Mhm.
Now it's like no issue, and I can grab it and slide it all the way to minute 25, and it'll take like maybe 30 seconds, and it'll continue playing, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so
Yeah.
great.
Also, the timeline, Keizo showed the timeline. It's really looking nice. Really
Yeah.
cool.
Well, something else that I was thinking about doing, guys, and maybe with this we might say goodnight because I think it's been good night, good day, because it's been more than an hour. I've been thinking also of making a video time. I don't know what you would call it, duration healer integrated into Snappy. So this is the idea. The idea would be since when the video loads, Snappy knows how long the video is, so it can get that from the metadata.
Mhm.
Or not from the metadata actually. Oh yeah, no, it is on the metadata too. Uh, but it should check against the database to see if the duration is correct, because there's times, and I don't know how it happens. Well, I'll see like a video, and Eddie, I'm sure he knows what I'm talking about. I'll say a video, 347 minutes or something like that, and then you click on it, and it's
Yeah.
like a minute and a half, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how did that happen? Obviously, it was in the uploading process when you do a probe for the length of the video, that somehow we didn't handle that value correctly, and we entered something crazy. Uh, but we can I think we can implement it quite easily on Snappy, that it double checks to see if there's a disparity between the value on the database and the value that Snappy can read from the metadata, and then if there is, correct it. So it's self-healing. I think that should
That's
be
cool.
quite easy.
Another thing that people have requested is on 3speak.tv a share button, so people can share on Reddit or on
That's rare.
or on X and Twitter or on Facebook or whatever, or just copy the link and share it to anyone, like a share button. That's some of the feedback that we got this week.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that
I am.
easily. Yeah, we can do that easily. Queso's already doing the shares for the shorts, so it's not gonna be at all hard to integrate it to the, I guess, legacy stuff. I think we should do it.
I
To
have
the new front.
something to before we stop, and we can also chat about this in DMs or whatever. But I thought it would be cool to have playlists,
100%.
and this idea also got me to this platform I was working a few years ago. There you had the chance to tag other videos. So when I see a video that's someone is playing a saxophone and he's not using music as a tag, I could go in and write a tag
Okay.
there.
Okay.
That's something crazy, but it helped on this side. So you have way better discoverability like this, you know.
Mhm.
I like this idea.
But
Okay.
the playlist is something I really would love to see, even if nobody's using it in the first place. But if you have this TV experience, you probably want to have a playlist where Sergio Mendes is reacting on music,
Yeah.
for example. Yeah,
Uh,
I
we-
thought it would be easy to implement with a different an own MongoDB or something like this.
Yeah.
So I won't store it on Hive itself. But we could use custom JSONs. So if you say you want to add your video to a playlist, or I want to add Mino's video to a playlist, I could just send a custom transaction, and this background service is just scanning those transactions and putting your video in my playlist, for example.
Yeah.
So it's not only the creator of the video can put it in playlists; other people can also. That would be cool.
If you, but that is if you make your playlist public, or you make it so you should be able to make your playlist
That would be better, yeah.
where people can contribute, or not. No, just mine. It's just for
No,
me.
no. I mean, you can create a playlist, and you can all. Of course, it would be cool if if I can say this playlist is just for me in private. But if I make it public, not other people can put something in my playlist, but I can put your video in my playlist. So I can say I make a playlist 3speak, and there are all of our talks in.
Yeah.
No matter who posted them. So that was what I was saying.
Okay, I get it. I thought you meant like somebody can add videos to my playlist. I have a playlist of like favorite songs. Let's say I like favorite artists.
Maybe,
and then
but maybe this is also something we could do. Why not? So I don't know.
If I can get you guys right, like the playlist, the way it's going to work, right? We can have like a status, if it's public or private, right? So if it's public, then anybody can actually add to your playlist. So we can, is that right?
No, that was what
Right,
Mino
so-
understood.
Yeah.
I
That
think
was-
No, that was
Okay.
that was me
Huh?
misunderstanding. Although it could be interesting, but I think it also could mean that somebody could be really mean and be like, "Let me add
Yeah.
some disgusting stuff to this guy's playlist because I don't like
yeah,
it."
yeah. So it's
maybe
more
not a
it's
good
more
idea.
like I create a playlist on my profile that is publicly viewable by other people, and I have a private one where I put all the hot men in. So hot men videos, I have a playlist, one for general 3speak stuff,
Yeah.
and I only I can manage them, of course. But
Yeah.
I could put Mino in my hot boy playlist.
Yeah,
So
I got it. I got it. Makes sense.
yeah,
That's a great idea. I love it. I think we should do playlists.
yeah.
Let's put that
But
on
the thing
the.
is, it would be, of course, a centralized database somehow. So nah, nah.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
you know what? This is a. I think it's a good compromise to use. Obviously, we use our Mongo database for it, but we back up into Hive, so
Yeah,
meaning that if something happens to Mongo, we can recreate all the playlists. So we can have an account that we can create three speak playlist, and then we only use it for custom JSONs on the playlists, and then if we want to recreate the
I would.
playlist, we can pull it from there.
I would just put it in the user. So the user is signing the custom transaction.
Uh huh.
So I
Hmm.
sign that I want your video in my playlist. I sign it via Iowa, and the backend service just scans custom JSONs no
Yeah.
matter what. So not only custom JSONs by this playlist account, by everyone.
Yeah.
That would be yeah,
Yeah. That's very doable.
yeah.
Oh,
But let
awesome.
us think more about it and chat more about it, and
Yeah.
then we
Yeah.
just
Well, if
yeah.
you're watching this and you got to this part, tell us what you think about playlist on Three Speak. You think that's a good idea? I think it's a great idea. By the way, another thing that I think we could work on. It's not a priority, but it's not hard to make either. Well, maybe I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth. Because we created the already like an audio snap platform and it works with the same API keys at 3Speak and all stuff, and you can upload audio snippets. Technically, we can make 3Speak TV also audio. Like we can make 3Speak TV audio, uh, like a D sound kind of clone. I don't
I
know.
think I had the exact same idea. So 2 days ago, I was walking to the grocery shop, putting in my headphones, started recording with my voice recorder, but the sound was really really bad. And then in this recording, I said, I don't know if 3Speak has something like a podcast feature, but I thought 3Speak had a podcast feature, right? So there was something like audio, if I
I
remember correctly.
There was some time, but the thing that happened is that all the videos were podcasts, and they were on the
It
podcast
was
feeds.
a video basically. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
video
But
podcast.
I think it
Mhm.
would be super cool to have something like D sound. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can do it. Like
Yeah.
the back end is already done. So
Yeah.
there's nothing to build that you
Let's do it.
um, we just have to make the front end for it, and then and I already have the player built as well. So
Yeah. Cool. Then
I
let's
All
think
right,
do this.
Amino, Amino, for that, I can integrate it. Maybe from now, I told you one time ago that I have a UI for that.
yeah.
I can bring it up. I can bring it up. Like I haven't done it to speak, but I have something I can just quickly create a UI that's going to make a lot of sense for the audio.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah. If you already have most of it done, or you have something already built that's build on top of that, I mean, uh, we just make a media empire out of 3Speak. But
Yeah.
that's awesome. And then we implement playlists and podcasts. I mean, just doesn't get cooler than that. And then people can
Yeah.
share their playlists on posts, and then we can make a playlist, uh, an iframe that you can embed on your post of the playlist. Like check out these songs or whatever it is that you put
Yeah.
on there. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
this could be really really awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're right now like obviously we're shooting from the hip, but these are some really cool ideas. Anyways, guys, I think we're gonna call it a day for the recording. I'm gonna upload this, of course, as I did last time on YouTube, and then
Mhm.
also on 3Speak. Hopefully next week we're gonna have Mengao join us or Enrique. I think Enrique's not gonna join. I'm not gonna lie. I think he doesn't feel that comfortable in English, but I might end up convincing my brother, which I think would be really cool. He almost came today, almost.
Almost.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well,
Yeah.
that's it for me. I don't know if you guys want to say something before we go.
I think that's it for this week.
All right.
Thank you all.
That's all for me. Right.
All right, guys. Bye.
Good.
Bye.
Have a great day. Bye bye.